Stay savage, your boy Shino Ventura was popping. Today we got Boruto. Boruto actually continued off on a good note. It wasn't too much action filled. It was more of a slice of life, you know, about resuming after the events of, you know, the New attack when Sumire was basically trying to destroy the Leaf Village and shit like that. It wasn't along the lines of something that would be too magnificent. This is probably one of the most chillest episodes, but in the end, we got a lot of foreshadowing for the future. We got a lot of different things that we already knew was to come to pass, but then like just to see it actually animated outside of the movie and the manga and put into the actual anime, it's pretty dope looking, you know. And then we get to see like little early on stories of Momoshiki and Kinshiki, so we start to get to see a lot of different things. So in today's review, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things that happened in episode 15, you know what I'm saying? So let me know your personal thoughts, your personal opinions on today's episode. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. Well, not daily, but almost daily. And if you guys did enjoy the videos, make sure you hit that like button. Now with that being said, my name is Shino Ventura. Let's get it.
Whipping all this double bitty chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. They don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trap house.
So in today's episode, I feel like it was like a lot of slice of life, you know. It's probably basically resuming to the daily activities of Boruto and his friends and shit like that. And, you know, basically it was on a really chill note, you know. For the most part, it was more so talking about the events with Sumire, what's going to happen to her and her possible like leaving the village and shit like that, her transferring out, and everybody's pretty much worried about what's going to happen to her. So, you know, it's one of those things where we kind of had an idea of how it was going to pan out, and we kind of had an idea how things was going to go. And we see Shino Sensei, you know, bringing back in the old, you know, like training activities and shit like that, basically having teams up go against each other and shit like that. And, you know, one thing's for certain, we see Mitsuki really like clinging on to Boruto a lot harder than usual. You know, for the most part, I used to say like Boruto and Mitsuki, you know, they had like a weird awkward situation. You know, it was kind of like a bromance for Mitsuki. Boruto was just kind of there, but like Mitsuki literally never lets Boruto out of his eyesight. Like, honestly, this man is really gay for Boruto. I mean, I'm not saying gay like in a bad way, but like, you know, he really like cares a lot for Boruto. He really wants to see more from Boruto. I guess it's pretty much a part of his learning regimen and shit like that. Orochimaru put him on that plan just to follow behind Mitsuki and just be like, yo, I'm not following behind Mitsuki, but Mitsuki followed behind Boruto, and he's like, yo, you know, just learn from him, see if you can pick up on any things, because this kid is different. Basically, because Orochimaru probably, since, you know, Boruto has to be somewhat like Naruto, because Naruto was pretty much an eyeball compared to a lot of other ninjas. You know, people that would do shit in the ninja world, they would go ahead and just do it because those are the rules of being ninja, like killing off of somebody, versus Naruto doing the complete opposite and shit like that. So that's one thing we've definitely seen from Boruto along these lines. Boruto has been doing different things that aren't completely like Naruto, but in the same token, it's been like the same. You know, it was really weird to see him do the talking no jutsu. That's something I talked about in the last video, basically when I was just talking about Boruto and all the shit that's going on. And now, like in today's episode, honestly, I'm gonna just say, like, it was really smooth. Like, it was just really like a smooth sailing. And honestly, I thought we were gonna get a new opening. That's something I was looking forward to. We didn't get that because I guess they're still continuing this as like the first series in the first season or whatever, because I guess the arc itself just ended, but like nothing major really changed. So, you know, once they give a new ending, I usually think there's gonna be a new opening along the lines, but I feel like this was just like an introduction into, like, you know, basically getting into the further progressions of it and shit like that. So for the most part, we've seen Boruto confront Naruto, asking what's gonna happen to Sumire and shit like that. Sumire, and he basically wants to figure out, you know, what's gonna happen to his friend. You know, you're the Hokage, can you do something about it? Like, come on, dad, like, we don't want to see her basically get lost or get left behind. And there's one thing early on we saw with Naruto, and he was kind of confused to how like Boruto was involved in the situation, and Sai was basically like, no students was actually at the scene and shit like that. So I think it's pretty fucked up that Boruto and Mitsuki really did majority of the work. I mean, Shigadai and them all played a little part, but like Boruto and Mitsuki really, like, you know, they did majority of the work and they didn't really get any credit for it. And that's something we've been seeing a lot throughout this franchise, you know. And it's kind of like in the beginning, you know, when Denki basically took the train and shit like that, Boruto took the blame and shit like that. So it's one of those things where Boruto doesn't really care for the credit. He more so just wants to see the job get done, versus Naruto back in the day. Naruto wanted to be known as the ninja who basically defeated S-rank criminals, and, you know, he did like important missions, that way people can know him and basically have him to be known as a renowned ninja and shit like that. Because you remember when Naruto first started and shit like that, Naruto wanted to take on like the super hard squad missions, like the higher up missions. Instead of taking like D and C rank, he wanted to take like B and A rank missions and shit like that. That way, you know, he could get closer to becoming Hokage. Versus Boruto is kind of just doing things, you know, and he's not really like putting himself out there saying, hey, yeah, we did this. The only people that really know that he did is like people amongst his peers, and I guess that plays a major role for later on in the towards the generation as they get older, because you know, if Boruto was to be like chosen for Hokage, or if he did to decide to change his mind, he could be easily accepted because he was one of those people that was kind of humble about his achievements, because you don't really see Boruto boasting about everything he does, you know, in terms of the show and shit like that. I think the only thing that I've ever seen Boruto boast about was him defeating Momoshiki, which was in the movie, but like throughout this episode it was pretty chill. You know, we got to see Naruto and Sasuke have a moment that was really dope, and I was honestly just a little sad that, you know, Sasuke only was in there for like a brief moment. And the thing is, we're gonna see more of Sasuke in the future. You know, this is basically like the Shin Uchiha things, that's just basically going down, and like, you know, we about to see a lot of shit start panning out for that. And I was really confused to why, you know, Sasuke really told Sakura he was sorry and shit like that. I guess he was sorry for not being around and not being in the village and shit like that, because Naruto basically wanted him to come through. And like, it was one of those things where Sasuke has been in fucking different places where he's just like completely off the radar, because even Naruto, like, he sent out a clone. He was like, bro, where are we? He's like, I've been gone and I've been running out here so far that I don't even know where we're at, you know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, Sasuke just was there for a brief moment, and you thought like for a moment they would get there and they would catch up and they would talk about a few different things, but like Sasuke basically talked to Naruto for like a couple of seconds and he just dipped. He was like, can you tell Sakura I'm sorry? And then Naruto says he's the one that's sorry. And I wonder what Naruto is sorry for. You know, is he sorry from, you know, getting into the fight with Sasuke and having Sasuke get exiled and shit like that, or keeping him around and shit? I'm really not sure what's going on with that little bunch. You know, we're probably gonna figure out more about that in the future and figure out more between him and his bond with, you know, Naruto himself. So that's one thing I want to see coming from Sasuke in the future, him to come back to the village and shit like that. You do know he does come back to the village for Boruto and shit like that. He does start to train Boruto, but then he randomly disappears from time to time. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting, you know, this goes back to the beginning of the episode. Boruto was talking about how ever since the incident happened, it's been several weeks, and, you know, his eye hasn't activated and shit like that. And I'm just like, you know, I really respect that from Boruto, understanding that his eye was only there to benefit him in the ghost incident, and he wasn't like trying to force it to come back out, and he's still not talking to other people about it. You know, he's just letting it be what it is. And I think that's like the mature side of Boruto, because honestly, if it was me, I'm gonna just be honest, I would throw a tantrum that my power isn't coming back. You know, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck, where are you? Like, you came here, you was my nigga, then you just straight abandoned me. Like, what the fuck, pull up, come back, I need you. Like, you know, because the thing is, you know, you travel through a dimension with the eye, you know, you got to see different chakra, you're starting to get like lightning releases from the eye and shit like that. I would want to know like what's going on with that fucking eye and what's the thing. So, you know, I wanted to know what was the deal with that. But one thing's for certain, we're gonna get some lot of interesting things for the future. The foreshadowing is amazing for this episode, because we have Toneri sitting there talking about prophecies, talking about how the gods shall come to the land and wreak havoc and shit like that. Gods will eventually touch this land and just go ham. And, you know, that's one thing I was just like, yo, Toneri's talking about the gods. So I guess in the reference of the gods, he was talking about Kinshiki and Momoshiki, because then we get a flashback of Momoshiki and Kinshiki, and we get like them talking about you know, basically how they were talking about Kaguya and her dimension, and how there's like this distortions and shit like that. After 10, you're supposed to report it to the clan, and that's supposed to be like the clan's law. But she had 16 and she never said anything, and they were waiting to harvest her dimension and shit like that. They never wanted to go and do it. They just waited a really long time. And that basically goes back into what I talked about yesterday. You know, how I was talking about how, you know, over the progression, Momoshiki and Kinshiki, they could have been went ahead and go ahead and take her like village and shit like that, but they waited like several thousands of years. Because if you think about how far it's been since Kaguya reign was till like, you know, the current events in Naruto towards the end when she was resurrected and shit like that, up until Boruto now, and they just decided to go into Kaguya's dimension, you know, that means they've been like dormant or doing different things in different dimensions without knowing that she's been gone for a really long time, and that she was revived and then killed off again. So that's one thing that's weird. And, you know, I mean, at some point we are going to see these guys come put into action. We're going to see these guys, you know, do what they got to do in order to fulfill their purpose in the show, and we're going to see the prophet from Momoshiki just like we saw in manga and shit like that. So like, these things are starting to pan out. These things are starting to, like, you know, come into play, and honestly I'm loving the way it looks. You know, it's really starting to pan out really good. And I love Toneri's role up in this. You know, I wonder what the Otsutsuki's outside of Momoshiki and Kinshiki's planning, because they basically Toneri basically talks about how the time is not right, but another one will come. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he spelled, it wasn't spelled Jougan. Was it like Jogan or some shit like that? Jogan, or what is that, like another Otsutsuki that's supposed to like come in the future, some shit like that. He was basically talking about, you know, the time hasn't come yet, but Jogan will have to wait a bit more. He's like waiting or some shit like that. Basically, like, you know, he's building up time in order to, you know, execute whatever he has to do. And if you paid attention to the new opening, it seems like we got a glimpse of Shin Uchiha. I'm not exactly sure if that's Shin Uchiha, but I'm honestly, you know, that's why I think it is, because, you know, who else would it be with the red eyes and then have like all the weird shit going around? So this is basically the Naruto Gaiden arc. So Shin Uchiha is honestly gonna probably pop up at some point in this. So that's one thing we're waiting on as well. So if you look at the end of the ending for Boruto, you know, the latest episode, you get to see that. And in the preview, it wasn't nothing too major, you know, back to the slice of life shit. We still waiting to like get the true development, and honestly we already know most of what's going on. One thing that I was glad that didn't happen was that Sumire didn't get transferred to a different school. I'm glad that she stayed, because I was like, yo, we finally started to like her, and that kind of kills everybody's theories of, oh, the reason why we didn't say Sumire was because, you know, she basically had to transfer to a different village, or she transferred to a different academy due to the fact of what happened and then like the terms with the new way and shit like that. Another thing that I want to talk about as well, this is probably something I should have spoken on a lot earlier, was how Sasuke told Naruto that the new way was actually connected to Kaguya's dimension, and he talks about how, you know, like the fact that Danzo was so close to like deciphering and being connected to Kaguya's dimension, you know, because at this point Sasuke is trying to figure out how to access her time and space. You know, he's trying to figure out how to get into her dimension, basically, so he can learn from her and shit like that. And like Danzo basically was making the new way and shit like that, and that was basically connected to her dimension and connected to her directly. And, you know, that's gonna aid Sasuke into opening that dimension and shit like that. So we may see another role from Sumire in the future and shit like that. Towards the end of the episode, we kind of got like a little cute glimpse of Sumire and Boruto. You know, she started crying, and then it was like this glow behind Boruto, and there was a glow behind her once they looked at each other and shit like that. So, you know, maybe as a hint at a ship. Honestly, there's gonna be this love triangle between Sumire and Sarada, which I think is gonna be very interesting with Boruto. So like, this is about to be dope, because honestly I think this is probably gonna be the first time in like the Naruto universe that the main character had like a love triangle going around him, because, you know, Naruto had Hinata, but not right away in the beginning. You know, he had Hinata as shit went on and shit started to pass, but like Boruto straight up off the back started to get the bitches. So I respect my man Boruto for that. So if you guys enjoyed this today's review, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let me know how you feel about the video. Let me know how you feel about the episode and shit in the comment section below. And with that being said, my name is Shino Metro. Stay true and stay real. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.